My name is Maxwell Hoffmann, and I'm the Comm Evangelist for Adobe. I'm based out of Portland, Oregon. I'm visiting here in San Jose at infodevworld. And I'd like to give you just a quick tour of some of the recent enhancements to FrameMaker. FrameMaker 12. So what you're looking at right now is FrameMaker 12. It can work in two different modes. We're actually working in unstructured mode right now, and I just want to point a couple things out. This template actually comes with a built-in video planted because you can import rich media. Also up above it, you'll see another type of rich media. This is actually a 3D diagram, and we've actually created very simple links to here. You'll see from different parts and also from different animations. FrameMaker's got a variety of catalogs that work quite well for people who are working with unstructured. You'll see in a moment working with XML and DITA. And our catalogs will let us change anything from paragraph styles to table styles. So for instance, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and change the style of the table. And you'll see that further down here, I've actually imported a graphic. This happens to be a picture of my grandmother. I'll just say in Yosemite. There we go. And finally, further down, we'll do a little bit real quickly with paragraphs. There we go. And we'll just move down here to this particular page. There we go. And so I'm going to take this page right here and swiftly go back into paragraph styles. This is really, really old functionality, but it's significant and worth noting. FrameMaker is the only product I know of that will allow you to have important attributes assigned to an element or a paragraph. For instance, we can change the color to a warning, but also it is a paragraph attribute to become a side hit, to actually float out to the outer margin, even down to the bottom of the page. Let's change it back where it was. You'll notice also too that we have these graphics, and FrameMaker has a new feature that I'll just describe due to sake of time, but if I always go out to the reference page, I could actually take this and use something called graphic object properties to actually change different graphics to different colors. And once I do that, when I go back to the body page, you would actually see these updates to pink, salmon, or whatever color I've done. Now the final thing we're going to do now is let's swiftly publish this out to HTML5 and see what it looks like. And we'll just get a few little progress bars. Great, you see the process is finished now. I'm going to say view output. And when I say view output, it happened to bring up, this happened to be Google Chrome, which happened to be my default browser. But you'll notice the appearance changed quite a bit. That's because responsive HTML, when it reaches a threshold, it will change from a desktop layout to a tablet or mobile. Here you can see, here's my index. And let's go ahead and actually resize this a little bit. Notice when it gets to tablet size that our navigation points have moved over here to the left-hand side. And if I move back in here, you're going to recall that I had that table that I put my grandmother in right here. First of all, I want to point out that rich media works within HTML or PDF. Here you can see that there's a rocket taking off. And while that's happening, let's go over here and resize this down to mobile size and see what happens. Notice our navigation moves to the bottom. If you watch closely, notice that the table and the graphic are actually getting smaller as we move into a mobile size. So you can publish just that easily. Now the final thing we're going to do is take a quick look at what happened when we published a PDF. Okay, here we are, we're published to PDF, and notice that you remember I pointed out that I had made some little links to the PDF. So for instance, if I click on Propeller, let's see what happens. This actually brings up a window that gives us intelligent manipulation of the graphic, and you can see that it's going to go ahead and take whatever part I've done, like let's do Propeller again. Now I can look at a front, a right, back, bottom, or the default view, or whatever. And then what I love is that you can actually show an animation, and here it actually goes out into an exploded view. The user can also take this and directly manipulate it as well. In addition to that, you'll also discover that the video will work as well in PDF. Final thing we're going to take a quick look at is just briefly working with DITA. Okay, so what we just took a look at is that we actually have three different modes that we can author in. One of them is the authoring mode, where we can basically take a look at our zoom setting. And we also are able to even work in XML. If I were working in XML, we actually have what we call IntelliPrompt. So as we're entering things like if I wanted to put another ordered list in, it will actually go ahead and give me that information as I ask for it. Okay, let's go back to our regular view, because what I'd like to show you quickly is just how easy it is to make swift changes. If somebody is new to XML or DITA and they need to learn it very quickly, one of the really neat things about it is if you get the correct insertion point, like right here after a paragraph, you notice that the quick element toolbar up at the top has come alive, and I can actually go ahead and insert a list within a list. So I'm very quickly just going to add a few things. I'm going to make this alpha, and I'm just going to go over and hit return to create another item, and this one's going to be beta. Move over and return, hit another item, and this one's going to be Seta. which I'll assume is Greek. I could be doing that wrong, I don't care. Okay, now what's neat about this is even when people are new to structure, they can very swiftly learn how to modify content and have formatting change automatically. So I'm going to take the last item of our ABC list and promote it by moving it upward here. You'll see that when I get checkbox that it's automatically become an item 2. Final thing that I think is one of the most exciting features of all, I'm going to move right up here, is Smart Paste. Many times people have got unstructured content. It could be either unstructured FrameMaker, Microsoft Word, even HTML or even email. I'm simply going to go ahead and make a copy of this, and I'm going to go back into FrameMaker. I happen to know that this is going to create a section, and the first place I could create a section is right up here. Watch what happens as I do Smart Paste. Just a quick paste, and this is actually running a swift transformation. In a moment, you're going to see that all of that text has reformatted from Microsoft Word into actual ditto. So as we move up here, this graphic that you're looking at used to be embedded in Word. It's now become a externally referenced graphic, and you'll see that basically we also have correct structure over here in the structure view. So that just gives you a quick overview of just some of the simple ways that you can swiftly migrate into XML and Ditto with FrameMaker, and that you also have nice assistance tools for people who are new to any type of complex publishing, who want a simple desktop with workspaces, and you can swiftly and very easily work with different catalogs and styles. And that concludes our demonstration.